What is it that you truly desire? If you know that imagining creates reality, then as you begin to imagine that you already have whatever it is you desire, that you already are the person you desire to be, you can actually bring it to life. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brendan and here we teach that you can manifest whatever you desire if you can believe. Today I want to start off with a Neville Goddard quote. It's actually a quote from the 1960 recording, The Secret of Imagining, which we're going to be doing a reaction to in the coming week. If you liked the last reaction video, you'll love this one as well. The quality is really, really good, and it's a wonderful, very straightforward, technique-filled record. So look forward to that. And if you didn't see the last reaction video, I'll leave a link to it in the description. So before I tell you the quote, I want to tell you the topic, the point of this video, which is you are in a matrix. Many people talk about how science is kind of pointing towards the idea that we live in a simulated reality, but no one is talking about what it is a simulation of. People think that maybe it's a simulation from a higher civilization, creating some sort of thing happening on this lower level, though it seems so real to us. But put simply, through the teachings of Neville Goddard, other mystics that have realized the truth of reality, the truth of creation, then we know exactly what this physical experience is a simulation of, and it is your imagination. You can use the word mind, but I like imagination just as Neville did because it really stirs up within you a powerful feeling, knowing that this image-making faculty of the mind, as the dictionary describes imagination, is truly creating imagery in your life when you choose to believe in and persist in an assumption that you have what you desire. And manifestation is not a process of only working when you have something you desire, imagining it, and seeing it come true. It is always going on. It never stops. And everything you have experienced, everything you are experiencing, and everything you ever will experience is the product of the process of manifestation. Your world will reflect your beliefs. That's why so many people will see this, not having enough belief to even try it, and judge it, saying manifestation isn't real, and yet they are proving their own point because they don't believe in it, and therefore that lack of belief creates a lack of proof, which could easily be changed if they would simply try it. Now, the quote is,
"Nothing appears or continues in being by a power of its own. Events happen because comparatively stable imaginal activities created them, and they continue in being only as long as they receive such support."
Now it sounds a little complex, but basically if you were to look at your simulated life, right, your physical experience, maybe habits and patterns of experience that you've had all throughout your life, looking at it objectively without judgment, you can use this to understand what's going on within you. If your 3D experience is really a matrix, a simulation of your imaginal activity or your mental activity, then you will know and discover what you are not consciously imagining and thinking of all throughout the day and night. If you have a lack of anything in this world, it could be a lack of friends, a lack of money, a lack of love, a lack of a place to live, then you understand that you've been abiding in the mindset, in imaginings of lack. Perhaps you have thoughts of fear, worry, doubt, and impatience, which we dig very deep into in my Detachment Mastery course available on my website. But in this video, of course, we're going to talk about how you can overcome some of these because it's creating a perpetual support for lack in your world when you keep up this imaginal or mental activity of lack. So when you come to this knowing that your world is a simulation of your inner activity, then of course you want to get on it, right? You want to become more aware, more conscious of what you're imagining and thinking feelingly. Thinking feelingly is thoughts accompanied by a feeling or a reaction, or thoughts that you dwell upon that then become impressed in the subconscious mind for expression in the physical experience. So how can you become more conscious? Well, of course, a meditation practice is wonderful, something where you're focusing your attention perhaps on the breath, or perhaps on counting, perhaps on just focusing on relaxing physically. Anytime the mind wanders, just bringing it back to counting down, breathing, or relaxing the body, then you're going to be able to get better. You're going to reverse the effects of these Instagram, TikTok, instant gratification practices that are so normal in today's society. Because in a way, we become hypnotized. We just go from reaction to reaction. We hear the news, we hear it from our friend, we see it on our feed, and we react to information. But those reactions are subtle movements within your mental activity or your imaginal activity, which will create a perpetuation of the same unless you change that imaginal activity. If you want to change the matrix, if you want to change the simulation, then you have to change yourself. As Neville Goddard said, there is no one and nothing to change but self. And that means that your real self is actually your imaginal activity. It's actually your mental activity. It's only a simulation of yourself when you experience something physically. Now, that may be hard to believe, but you will prove it in practice. Time and time again, you're going to imagine something and see it come to life. You're going to eliminate a way of thinking or a feeling from your mind and your mental diet, and you're going to see it fall away from your world. Because as Neville Goddard said, these physical circumstances continue in being only as long as they receive such support. So start now to observe your mind. In it, there may be limiting beliefs that you aren't even noticing. There may be negative habits, negative reactions. Maybe you like to watch the news. Maybe you enjoy mental arguments in the shower with your coworkers, your lover, your boss, even your friends. But when you do this, when you know that your reality is going to simulate or create an experience to match your mental activity, your imagining, then you're going to want to give these things up. No matter how much pleasure they may give you in the moment, these things are going to gain energy fueled by your reaction, fueled by your emotion, which is energy in motion, and it's going to become real. So, you'll know then that anytime you're imagining something you don't want to experience, then you are sowing seeds that you don't want to reap, but you will reap them. For that reason, it's extremely helpful to have a positive mental diet, a mental diet that allows you to cut out what you don't desire to be sustained in your world and insert what you do desire to be sustained in your world. That's why I've recently put out my Manifest Anything workshop. It's a 5-day self-paced workshop focused entirely on mental diets, and there's still discounted copies available now on my website, linked in the pinned comment and the description. So my question to you is, now that you know what this matrix is, what's causing the simulation of this 3D experience, how will you change your mind? What will you still allow yourself to dwell upon and think about and feel and imagine? What is it that you truly desire? If you know that imagining creates reality, then as you begin to imagine that you already have whatever it is you desire, that you already are the person you desire to be, you can actually bring it to life, no matter what it is. But the key is belief. Can you believe that it's already true? Can you sustain the imaginal activity, the mental activity? Can you persist in the assumption long enough to kill out all doubt, all desiring, and actually realize that mental, imaginal satisfaction simulated in 3D experience? So as always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.